Question 12 of 2023 DSC Math Paper 1. So let's read the question first. It is given that fx is partly constant and partly varies as x squared. So when you see this partly, you might think about this as actually asking about the variation. So now we suppose the f10 is equal to 62, f15 is equal to 1 to 2. Then we need to find out what is f5. So in case you forgot what's the meaning of this means just to set the x is equal to 10. So replace all of the x by 10. You substitute the values of x being 10. So because this is partly, you can write it as the fx is equal to k1 plus k2 times x squared. So remember when I see this partly, there must have something plus something, okay? And it's various, so it's just times the x squared. If they said it's inversely, then it's going to be divide. And you need to write down one more thing, which is the k1, k2 are not equal to 0. And now we can substitute the x is equal to 10. So we have f of 10 is equal to k1 plus k2 times 10 squared, which is equal to 62. You just replace the x by 10. Replace the x by 10. So now we can say we have k1 plus 100 k2 equal to 62. That's the first equation. And similarly, we can do the f15. We have k1 plus k2 times 15 squared, giving you 122. Simplified, we have k1 plus 225 k2, giving you 122. And that's the second equation. Then now we have the two equations in two unknown. Then we can using our program 01 to solve the simultaneous equations in two unknown. So under 162, then 1, 225, 122, giving you the k1 is equal to 14 and k2 is equal to 0.48. So now we can writing our fx down. So the fx is equal to k1, which is 14, plus k2, which is 0.48 x squared. That's our fx. The question now is asking about f5. So be careful, it's not asking about fx. So the f5, just replace the x by 5. We have 14 plus 0.48 times 5 squared, giving you the answer, which is 26. Now we finish for part A. So let's read the question for part B. We have supposed that a point u, which is 0u, this means the x value is 0, and then the y value is u. It's actually the y-intercept, isn't it? That's the y-intercept. And now we have another point 5v, other points lying on the graph y equal to fx. We have the y is equal to 14 plus 0.48 x squared. That is our fx. Remember it. So the horizontal line passing through v, is cut the y-axis at the point w. So now we need to denote the circle, which passes through u, v, and w by c. Now we need to find out what is the circumference. So we try to draw the diagram. So first of all, this is a quadratic equation, isn't it? A quadratic function. So quadratic function looks like open upward curve, because our a here is going to be 0.48. And if you rearrange our fx into the vertex form, we have this as 0.48 x minus 0 squared plus 14. So the vertex is actually equal to 0, 14. So now we can say it's actually look like this. So we can draw a diagram like this. Okay, so this is our fx. And now we can say u is actually a 0u, and this small u is our y-intercept, isn't it? So this is our y-intercept. So that's going to be the coordinates of u. That is 0 and 14. And now we have another point. The x coordinate is 5. Then the v is actually just the f5, isn't it? So we calculate before, the f5 is equal to 26. Then we have this point. We can say this is v. Point is 5, 26. And now the situation told you that we have a horizontal line passing through v like this. Okay? And then it's cut the y-axis. It's cut the y-axis at the point W. Because this is the horizontal line, so the y-coordinate is going to be the same as v, which is 26. So the w's coordinates must be equal to 0, 26. So now we need to find out the circles passing through u, v, w, and then to find out the circumference. So you're trying to draw the circle out. It's a little bit hard. So I need to try my best to draw it out. So try to draw the straight line here. So we link the UV first. So now we can think about it, because the UWV is going to be a 90 degrees angle, isn't it? If the circle passing through it, and we have a 90 degrees here, then UV must be our diameter. By using the theorem, the reasons of angle in a semicircle, if you have a diameter, then the angle at the circumference must be 90 degrees. Then the converse of this reason is going to be, if we have the 90 degrees here on the circumference, then we have UV is actually the circumference. It's actually the diameter. So we can say, because angle UWV is equal to 90 degrees, so that UV is the diameter. If we have the UV is the diameter, then the circumference can be calculated using pi times the diameter d. Then how we find out the diameter? We have the point U and the point V. We can just using the distance formula. So the UV is equal to the diameter, which is equal to 5 minus 0 squared, plus 26 minus 14 squared, and take the square root. This is giving you 5 squared, plus 12 squared, take the square roots, giving you 13. So the circumference is equal to 13 pi. Okay, so this question is not that hard. It's combined the variation together with quadratic equations together with circle equations. So be careful about these questions. Remember to draw the diagram out, and then you can have the whole picture of what the question is asking. Thank you.